Hi crafty friends, Melissa Minor here. Thanks so much for joining me on YouTube. Today I'm creating with some products that I just received from Paper Rose Studio. Now I do have an unboxing on my YouTube channel, so I will leave that link down below in case you haven't seen that. I'm super excited to be working with the Paper Rose Studio Grow with Love collection. So I've got the 12 by 12 papers here. And if you look at the bottom, you can really see like the variety of the papers. Super pretty. And then I also have the Paper Rose Studio Grow with Love embossed die cuts. So my assignment for the month of February was to work with this collection. I have some other products that I think I'm going to bring in as well, so let me bring those into frame and I will show you those. But first, let me show you my photos. I've got two photos, and these are of my daughter Tatum and her friend Sophie. And then the little photo there is their bowling shoes. They had went bowling on New Year's Day. Here's some other dies I think I'm going to use. So this one has a bowling ball on it, so it's called the Ball Sports Metal Cutting Die. I've also got a couple alphabet sets here that I want to use, and I think these are going to be great for building a title. I'm kind of thinking about maybe using the bowling ball for an O, so I want to give that a try. Now I've already pulled out the papers that I want to use from this collection, and I like this more solid yellow. It's got some variation in the color, which I really like that. And then this stripey paper, it actually had lots of different size stripes on here. It had some florals and things in it too. But I decided to cut those off because the florals didn't really go with the photos that I wanted to scrapbook. But I did cut out just the stripes. I also think I want to bring in this stencil, which is super cool. And this stencil is called Mark Maker number 1 6x6 stencil. I did cut one of the pattern papers. This is my favorite pattern paper that is in the Grow with Love collection, so I wanted it to be more of my focal point. And I cut this and I just dovetailed the ends. I did distress all these pattern papers off camera, so you didn't have to watch me do that. But I thought that I could go ahead and put my 4x6 photo right here on this banner strip. Now I have a pencil here. I'm struggling because I'm trying to make a pencil line behind my papers so that I can bring in some ink and put some ink down so I can use that stencil. So I'm bringing in the Distress Oxide ink color in Tattered Rose. So let me pull out my little ink dauber here and get this on my tool. And I picked this color, this Tattered Rose, because it's really light. I just wanted it to be faint. And if you look at that heart pattern paper, it kind of reminds me of this color. So I feel like that paper has this color in the background. I did not ink the heart paper. It just is already like that. So I thought this was a perfect match, and I wanted to put a little bit of that color down on the cardstock. I started here with a piece of white 12 by 12 cardstock from my stash. And now I want to bring in that stencil and do some stenciling. But before I do that, let me go ahead and glue some pieces down so I know where everything's going to go because I gave it a little dry fit run. And I'm only putting glue on that straight edge so that way I can lift the pattern paper up and kind of tuck the other one underneath it. So let me just wiggle this in here, and you'll notice here I did tear this. So to make that white core show, I just pulled the paper towards me to reveal that white core. And then the pattern paper on the right side, I just tore the ends as well, and I wanted them to be staggered a little bit to give a little more interest. Now I've got this stripy paper, and I'm using my little Cricut tool here just to kind of help me lift this up. And I feel like when I did that, I might have shifted this outside paper a little bit. So let me pull that up, give it some more glue, and give that another try here. So we'll get these in place. And then I can bring in my heart paper, get my photo down, and then do some of that stenciling on the pattern paper. Now, I debated whether I wanted to use some stencil butter or if I just wanted to use inks. And I thought that with this paper having more of that vintagey feel, I thought that maybe the stencil butters and things would have been too bright and shiny, just too bold. And I wanted it to kind of be this more vintagey feel. So I do decide that I just want to use ink. So I'm going to bring in the color. I debated on what color to use. I thought about this one, but that one looked a little too bright. I think Shabby Shutters, it's a green color, and I think it's going to be a perfect match. Yeah, I like that. So let me pull out my ink dauber for the Shabby Shutters, and we will get this on here. I had to put the other one away first. So now I've got the Shabby Shutters. So now I can use these little like plus signs, but to me, once I start putting them down, they almost look like X's. So they remind me of X's, and you know when you're keeping score in bowling, it's the strike is the X. So that's kind of where my mind was going with this stencil, is that these are representing strikes. So it was perfect for bowling photos. I'm also going to use the larger part of the X's or crosses, however you want to call them, in these two spots. Now I do apologize, as I was filming, the sun came out and it's casting some shadows. I do pause the camera and get up and I do close the blinds here. There we go. So that's a little bit better. I do have a little bit peeking through, so hopefully that's not too distracting for you. I'm going to add a little tape runner here and get my photo stuck down. And then I've got this little 2x2 photo as well, and that's of the girls' bowling shoes. And I just think that's so cute because really with their photo, you can't tell they're at the bowling alley unless you look really close in the background maybe. So I definitely wanted this of their bowling shoes, and I just think bowling shoes are so goofy. So I wanted to add those. Now, I love the Paper Rose pattern paper, the branding strip that's on the pattern papers. It's a full branding strip, so you can use these as little paper strips. So I cut this off of one of the papers, and it was that same like red color. So I thought that brought in another color and just gave some more interest to the page. Now, the reason that I'm using wet glue is because I do think I want to take this over to my sewing machine and give it some detail in just a moment. Now, I went ahead and used that larger alphabet die set. I really like that. It's called the Alphabet Metal Cutting Die. And I used some yellow cardstock from my stash. And I want to see if the word bowling fun will fit. I don't know. And I cut the word bowling fun. I cut bowling in yellow, and I cut fun in both yellow and black. I wasn't sure how I wanted it to be. I also tried the little tiny alphabet metal cutting die because originally I thought I wanted the word fun to be smaller. But then when I get to looking at it, I think it's too small for the page. So I'm looking at the bowling fun and I like that, but let me try the smaller one. I think the word fun is just too little for this. This tiny alphabet's going to be great for cards. So I will definitely use this alphabet set on other projects, or, subtitles on scrapbook layouts, like if I had more words. But I just want to have bowling fun, and so it kind of looked not in balance. So now I'm trying to decide, do I want fun to be in yellow or in black? And I think with the black, it's just too bold. When you look at the layout with the word fun in black, all I do is it draws my eye right to the word fun, and I don't want that. So I am going to go with the yellow. So I will pause the camera and glue these down off camera. I won't make you watch me do that. But before I glue that down, I want to add a little bit of ink. Because I like to embellish in clusters of 3, and I don't really have embellishments per se for this layout. I'm using my stenciling as the embellishment. So I've got 2 areas with the stenciling, and so I wanted to add this third little area. So I put a little bit more of the tattered rose down on the background, and now I'm bringing in some of the Shabby Shutters, and yeah, I like the way that looks. So now I can pause the camera and glue down the word bowling fun, and then we'll be ready to go. So there we go. I got that glued down. I glued the word bowling down straight, and then the word fun I kind of just did wonky, so it kind of resembled fun. Now I'm going to take this over to my sewing machine, and I've done some stitching. So you can see I've got some black thread there in a fun stitch, and so I did that down both sides of that yellow pattern paper. Now I want to add some black splatters, and so I'm going to add a few sticky notes here. Usually I get out a sheet of paper or a sheet of cardstock and just cover my photos. I didn't, and I'm going to use these sticky notes, and let me tell you, don't do this because as I'm splattering, I realize that I get black all over my photo, and so I did pause the camera and reprint my photo and restuck it down. But this is a black luster brush from scrapbook.com. You could use any black splatters here. I just needed to add a little bit more black since I've got the black stitching. Okay, I have my splatters, and I did reprint my photo, so we're all good now. All right, now I want to do a treatment to the bowling ball. So, you know when you see a bowling ball, how it's super shiny? So I am bringing in some glossy accents, and I want to give this bowling ball a little treatment. So I am just going to apply some glossy accents all around my bowling ball. I know it's hard to see on camera, but in person, it is so cool to see how shiny this bowling ball is. So I will apply this and then set it aside to dry. And then I'm looking at the layout and I think it needs something else. So I'm bringing in this tab. Now this tab is from the Grow With Love embossed die cuts. There were lots of different flowers and little tabs and hearts and all kinds of things inside the embellishments. So I decided to use that. Now I'm going to stamp the date. So I'm pulling a date stamp from my stash, and this is January 1st, 2026. And I felt like the pattern paper just wasn't popping off the page like I wanted it to. So I'm bringing in a black journaling pen, and I am just going to outline this banner piece here. Just not a straight line, just kind of like a wonky line, just to outline this paper to bring in a little more black to the layout. And yeah, I really like the way that looks. For a finishing touch on here, I have some sequins. And the reason I pulled this sequin mix from my stash is I felt like it had all the colors that were on this layout. Now I don't want to go crazy. I think I just want a couple clusters of 3. So let me pull a few out. I've got a green. Let's see, I think I have a blue here and maybe a yellow. Yep, it's like a yellowy orange. Maybe it's more orange, but there is orange in the hearts on the pattern paper. So now I've got an orange, a red, and I think I'll go with like a blue. So I'll pull 3 in up here. And then when I glue these down, I like to use the Nuvo Deluxe glue because it dries clear. So I went ahead and did that off camera. And then the finishing touch is my journaling. Now I do print, what I do is I bring up a text box on my MacBook and a Pages document, and I just size it to what I want. And then I space it by 1.5 spacing. And then I print it out. I use some thin white cardstock that can go through my printer feeder. And I print it out, and then I just cut it with my paper trimmer. So nothing fancy, but I like the way this looks on my layout versus my own handwriting. And I don't have a lot of space. I felt like where the journaling would look right. So that's what I'm doing here, and just using tape runner to apply it. So I hope you've enjoyed today's process video. If you have, please hit that thumbs up button. If you're new, I hope you'll subscribe and come back. If you don't already follow me on Facebook and on Instagram, I would love for you to follow me on those platforms as well. I will have links to all the products I used today, and they are affiliate links, so I do earn a small commission at no extra charge to you down in the description box. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next video. Bye!